So, there's a time and a season and a purpose under heaven for everything. And getting the yard going, as you can see, it'll go from looking horrible to working your honey off and sweating it through, which also detoxifies you. Just make sure to stay hydrated with the proper things. God forbid, y'all, don't drink Coke when you're out working in a yard. It will dehydrate you. Lemon water, lime water, juice that has some good stuff in it. Those natural sugars that you're going to burn through while you do all this work. Clear it out. That's what's going on in this world today. The Father's clearing out all the bad. And the only thing that's going to be left is the beauty. The Cherokee Native Americans, because there's other tribes, they knew about the beauty path. There's one that talks about the beauty path, which are the 12 fruits of the Spirit. 3 were removed. Why 3? Well, if you think about it, 3 bear witness, or 2 bear witness of the Father. That's the 3. Well, those 3 won't allow you to get to the point of perfection, which is not by us. It's by the Father. It's not of ourself, but His power. You see, His children right now, they have been beat down, trodden down, stomped on. But you know what? We're still getting up. We're still speaking truth, even when other trees were still falling. Because we know ultimately their downfall shall come. The word says, "Weep and howl, ye rich men, for your miseries shall come upon you. What you fear most shall return your own head." But thankfully, God's people won't be like you, greedy, destroying and taking from others out of selfish, filthy gain, which, let me say, has been happening. We just had to wake up to the realization. But then we come to the point when we have paid every last drop with the sweat of blood as Jesus, when that's all turned around. There was a penalty to pay, and then the tables flip. Everybody's running afraid and fearing and not trusting the Father and His provisions. They're gathering things and putting it up. Well, you know what? God can allow that to become worm infested and bug infested and destroy it. Then what do? That's not faith. That's greed and hoarding, which is not of God. Now, do you put things up for like winter, or if you're putting things up to try to help others? Absolutely. Because God knows what the reason is behind it, and He knows you will follow through with it, not just speak it from your mouth and be in a whitewashed tomb. God is setting the record straight. And the reason He sets it straight, just as Elijah and just as John, because that time has come. And most don't even see it. Just like they didn't even know who John was, setting the way before, making the path before Jesus. Well, guess what? We're here again, guys. But who will listen? Who can endure everything that's going on? And there are people that have been through the worst of the worst. And the proud and boastful think it's funny that these people are suffering. And what was allowed, make no mistake, that was allowed by the Father to show these rich men His mighty power of who He really is. Because they can only survive if it's good. things are going their way. If it doesn't go their way, they won't even breathe his name. And if they do, they'll deny him. You know, just as when Moses was leading the children of Israel to the promised land, we are doing it again today. And, you know, the ones who complained and murmured and didn't endure and rejoice and praise the Father, they didn't go into the promised land. They had to pay the penalty of sin, which is death of the earth, the crown of life. The way is set. The standard has been made. And right now is the time to rejoice and praise the Father through your fiery trials so he can lift you up to rule and reign with him by righteousness. Not the way we've been living. We're coming out of spiritual Sodom and Egypt. We are enduring this as a testimony because it's not by anything we've done, anything we can do. It's by our faith, knowing God's got us. He feeds the birds. These birds, hello, they didn't store anything for winter, but yet he feeds them. He cares for them. The animals, the raccoons, the possums I see, the bobcats I see, even the bear that decided he wanted to take down my bird feeders. But there's a purpose for everything. We just have to trust the Father's plan. And back in, well, what we called modern day today, January, at that moon, I heard the coyotes howling in the full moon. I do believe that has significant meaning behind it as well. I'll have to find that study on that one and go through it. But we set our eyes above, things that are of God, not things of the earth. Because when the wells open, the gates open, the pit opens, which is your mouth. In the presence of God, when he comes into his holy temple, nothing comes out but spewing truth, because Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life. If you are here, you will spew every bit of truth about yourself from your own mouth for all to see. They mock you saying, oh, Jesus is, he's not coming back. There is no Jesus. Not theirs. Not the image they presented to the whole world and deceived with. But you know what? The truth and the way, if it's contrary to the Father, the truth and the way and the life you have lived will spew from your mouth. The Father is Jerusalem when he enters his temple, not made with hands.